refer to capturing a large piece of target market. For example, an insurance company might define market penetration success by number of new automobiles policy gain and develop a operational strategy for market penetrations as several potential focus area also. Moving to the next part, in the previous class, we also discussed in case of service, that is fewer barrier option and less priority technology involved and cost difficulty difficult to measure and equation in case of risky and in case of location is important. So if you go to the fewer barrier point of view, as service are often not patentable and the capital investment is very slow as far as concerned with competitor can easily join the market. But then if you go to point number two, it is more people based on than technology based, and in case of cost difficult to measure, the pricing is hard to compare among the competitor. As per the if you take the case studies of previous class, as far as concerned with this DS group, the product in case of your that is Tengi's day, specially reference to which one Pulse. Then the next one is acquisition is very much risky. Most of the acquisition is mostly of people who can leave anytime they desire to, unlike that type of machinery. And the next one, last one is location of importance. And in case of location of importance, it's a very much key strategy for move to a particular service firm. So you take the case studies in case of acquisition, in case of risky, and in case of location is very much important. So whenever the Tata has shifted the Tata Nano project from West Bengal Singur area to Gujarat Sanand area, it is initially Tata has offered various type of job who have the lost or who are the land loser in case of Singur area. But these people are not acquainted with this particular locations, especially in the area like Gujarat area. And in case of when they directly shift the machineries, in that Sanand area, they have installed so many type of articulated robots and especially reference to your automobile assemblies. So that is why most of the peoples are directly unlike this type of machinery, because for that kind of machinery, as you know, the Tata Nano project is a time-bound project. So Tata has received huge amount of demand from potential customers, and it is from Tata company or Tata automotive side, they have to fulfill the demand within 6 months. So that is why they have to initiations or they have to directly engage huge amount of robots, especially reference to assembly operations. So these are the things directly hamper or affect your operational strategy. Moving to the next part, that is the product development strategy. In case of operation strategy, product development goes well beyond the rolling out new product. So think about software companies that may have new product coming out, but that also provide free patches and low cost upgrades for existing product improvement. So this part of product development, this is a particular part of product development strategy. So for your side, I will ask a particular question: which company is made the ATM softwares? Is it Infosys? Is it TCS? Or is it Mindtree? Or is it SCL Technologies? Anyone? Which company made the ATM software? Hello? Yes. Which company is manufacturing or ATM softwares? Is it TCS or is it
So
Infosys?
TCS? So
Yes, your answer is
TCS?
correct. Yes, Shubham Karan.
Sir, Infosys. Sir,
Yes,
no
yes.
idea. I just guess.
Exactly. Initially, in case of India, Infosys take the project of making or develop the ATM software. Then after TCS, then after Mindtree, then after other companies are goes to that particular diversify of business. But the thing is that if you go to the ATM development software, this is a particular new software. If you think about 2 decades back, people don't idea, but that a particular tailoring machine provide a huge amount of cash. But the thing is that after 5 years of this ATM machines, it is very much if you think about the kiosk point of view, if you think about in case of providing multi-tasks, for example, some ATM machine have received the caps or they have the deposit option. But the thing is that due to that thing, a huge amount of low-cost investments should be carried out in case if you think about product development strategy. That is why I just repeat the sector. Think about software company that may have new product coming out, but also provide free patches. That means they have to upgrade or you can say it is low-cost operation for their existing product improvement. And this type of strategy is under product development strategy. Moving to the point number 2, initially when a product is rolled out, it is compared to other product on the market. Being the best is a good strategy, but it is also mean that competitor will immediately work to exceed your product specifications. Just think about if you go to the segment of electric vehicles. Initially, the Hero Motocorp or Motor Corporation has initiated in case of electrical scooty. But if you think about competitor point of view, in your
Okinawa.
upcoming Okinawa is compete the market. Even EV Motors is there. Even few amount of startup company are there. They will provide less price as compared to Hero Motocorp, and they also provide a huge amount of warranty guarantee in case of that motor totally run by your battery. Due to that things, you whenever you go for sustainabilities, you have to implemented this kind of strategy for a long period. Then moving to the next point, for example, a rental car company that eliminates long lines at the airport improves existing system for both new and repeat clients. The better this service process, higher satisfaction rating the company receive and build up more amount of loyalty referral business also. So for example, if you engage a particular car or car company for airlines, particularly for receiving and for providing dropout option, in that case, it will increase the rate of, you can say that is for company side, as well as build up more referral business, as well as build up more loyalty for these companies. So these are the things which is basically used in case of your product development strategy. Moving to the next part. Then the next part is the operation strategy. Your industries. So another operation approach is to make delivery of good for more efficiently. That means they are adding some values, or they are go for some strategy like increase your safety, higher rate of deliveries, speed of delivery that should be increased. Your you can say it is more efficient way of delivery. An example of improving creation can include reduce the cost of material with bulk amount of purchase and automated part of production lines. So whenever you go for material purchase, in that case, especially reference to supply chains for a particular industry, whenever you go for lower amount of material, it is the cost is increased. But if you go for larger volume or bulk amount of purchase, the cost is directly reduced. Similarly, if you go for assembly line or production line, most of the companies starting from your BMW, Audi, Tata, and Mahindra, they are using automated part or automating parts for your production lines. So this will improve the various type of supply chains, or this type of strategy will improve your supply chain productivity. The next one is, for example, of improvement warehouse might recognize warehouse layout. Suppose you want to increase a particular warehouse, or you increase the efficiency or efficient of this particular warehouse. That means you directly focus on the warehouse layout. The next part is bringing more frequent brought items closer to the front. So why this particular thing is concerned? The thing is that you inside the warehouse, the area is very much spacious. In that case, if you go to the last wall side, it is difficult to load and unload activities. That is why most of the warehouse that directly place the product in front of that particular warehouse gate. That means There is no need to go for any kind of loading and activity, or it is very much easy for loading and unloading activities. So that is why the concept that is known as loading docking is, or that concept that is known as cross docking is happen, especially reference to warehouse. So if you think about the cross docking point of view, that means separate product have separate way. In that way, the truck should be received, and it is very much easy for loading and unloading activities. For example, in case of FCI, Food Corporation of India operated godowns, or in case of some privatized or private owned cold storage are there. In that case, it is easy for maintaining the cross docking. That means, suppose you have rice is there, another product that is sugar is there. That means the one way will provide the rice, and another way will be provide the sugar. So for loading and unloading activities, you just park your vehicle nearby this particular way, and it is easy for loading and unloading activities, whether it should be rice or sugar. So this is a functional point of view of cross docking. Moving to the last part, this means that consumer or warehouse employees spend less time walking through the warehouse to get the particular product, as I told, and thereby expediting the process and saving more amount of labor cost, or more amount of labor also. These things are directly enhance your supply chain. So just imagine in case of your Flipkart warehouse, which is situated near Salehpur area. In that area, they will directly focus a huge radius of kilometers. That means around 150 kilometers radius. They will fulfill the demand of various type of customers through the operational chains or through the operational networks. But the thing is that they'll use their warehouse in a proper way, that they will bring the product in the front of the closed doors, or sorry, opening doors, and they have arranged different type of docks for loading and unloading activities. That means less amount of working time for that particular product, and they also save huge amount of labor. That is the concept behind operation strategy to improve the supply chain. Moving to the next one, if you take the another case studies, I will show that one. So this is a particular case study of how the operational strategy is basically implement in case of sales and service to different airlines. So this is a case study of Southwest Airlines, and a company that successfully compete on cost is South Airlines. So Southwest entire operation function is designed to support this type of strategies. So what is the facility are streamlines? Only one type of aircraft is basically used, and flight routes are generally short. That means they directly optimize the different routes, and only one aircraft should be sent to different destinations. So this serve will maximize the cost of scheduling, crew changes, maintenance, and inventory of parts, and many administrative costs. In case of administrative cost, you need a huge amount of documentation, whether you go for route optimization, signals, in case of record keeping of personal data of passenger, that should be very much important. So whenever you send only one flight to different destination, that means you directly go for scheduling of crew changes. The next part is you reduce the percentage of your maintenance, as well as in case of your inventory, as well as some administrative cost. Moving to the next point, unnecessary costs are completely eliminated by Southwest Airlines. What are the unnecessary costs? There is no meal, no printing board passes, or seat assignment is there. Employer trained to perform many functions and use as a team approach to maximize customer service. So whenever you travel by Air India, at least 2 to 3 number of air hostess you have received you. They guided towards the your seat after seeing your boarding pass. But the thing is that in case of Southwest Airlines, they directly eliminate meals, your printing of boarding pass, and seat assignments. All of these things should be reduced, and they directly focus on employee trainings. So through employee training, the employees are very much enhanced. They directly approach to maximize customer service. And because of this strategy, Southwest has a model for airlines industry for a number of years. So this is one type of service which directly increase, or you can say through the operational strategy, you can increase various type of service in case of airline industries. Is it clear to all? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I have asked a particular case study. Why, if you go to the Odisha transportation segment, especially reference to Twin City, why the that is your smart city transportation corporation private versus Mobus. So which one is biggest success if you compare smart city transportation private limited versus Mobus concept? Clear. If you think about the strategy in case of your metro transportation versus Mobus, so in case of Mobus, they have, if you go to that particular point, what kind of strategy they have applied in case of operations? Could you provide some points related to Mobus transportations? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Introducing more buses that two people will reach
Yes, they will provide more number of carriers for transportation
back to
activities.
back after 10 to 15 minutes. Every
Hmm.
route there is introduced many buses. That's why
Okay.
people will help for.
Your point is very much acceptable. Okay. Anyone? Any points related to Mobus? How they optimize the different operational strategy or how they implement operation strategy in case of transportation industry, especially reference to public transportations. Anyone? As Shubham has told that they have initially focus on number of transport, especially within the interval of 5 minutes or maximum 10 minutes. So if you compare the next part, what are the operational strategy? Anyone? Any other strategies? Yes,
So
Sangram.
Sir, Mobiles
Yes, yes.
also have app, and if you not aware of it, there is Mobiles app. You can also search what time is arriving time and departure time.
Okay, they would, I just conclude your answer that they are directly, you just mute your microphone. They are directly focused on that is boss in, you have already experienced every bus stop they will provide the detailed schedule of number of routes also. So due to the number of routes, people will aware about the buses along in the different type of routes. The next part is that they are directly hires, we can say it is female conductors. Yes. So why female conductor? If you think about operational point of view, implementation of operational strategy, because in case of female conductor, they never argue first. In case of customers or in case of your authorities, and the next, they never demand for any hike of particular salary for a limited period. Yes. So due to that things, people are directly provide what the charges of transportation from one place to other place. They never argue. The next part is that they conduct different routes. So if you just imagine, so you heard about the Sai Mandir to Lingipur. I don't know whether the Lingipur is there, but they operate in case of Queen City also. Similarly, they also directly send the bus route to different area of Cuttack also, like Naraj also. So these are the undefined routes initially by movers. So due to those things, people are directly attracted towards that particular concept. And the thing is that they will provide Wi-Fi facilities inside the bus. Okay, and in case of your that is reservation for females and reservation for physical handicaps, and every bus stop they are, you consider it is there is a particular team leader is there. They will coordinate if more number of buses will be there. Due to that thing, they will beat, if you think about the metro transportation versus milk, they just surpass the revenue generation as far as concerned with metro transportation private limited. Is it clear to all?
It's a, they also have a well route management.
Yes, yes, yes. That is known as route optimizations. Clear. So these are the point which directly enhance your, you can say that is implementation of operational strategy in case of service industries. Moving to the next one, I'll show another case studies. So as you know, this is the very much famous company, especially reference to transport industries. This is a multinational company. If you take the example of FedEx, the FedEx is an example of company that competes based on times, and the company's claim is absolute positively deliver package on time. This is the tagline of this particular time. absolutely positively deliver package on times. So they directly go for time and compress the various time of lead time in case of route and in case of destinations. So for in case of FedEx, they have different type of strategy. Initially, to support this strategy, the operation function has to be designed to promote speeds. So what kind of operations function they have designed? They have implemented various range of vehicles. They also directly diversify towards hybrid vehicles. You can say that is sports utility vehicles also, in case of flight also, in case of cargo ship also. And the next part is that just barcode the technology, or barcode technology basically used to speed up the processing and handlings. So why barcode? As you know, the barcode is contained various specification, various information, various data related to your deliveries. That means date of delivery, expected date of deliveries, the specification of product, and who are the sellers, who brought that should be easily barcoded, and that technology will process in case of processing. Whenever you receive the product, in case of a warehouse, you just scan the barcode, and by the help of synchronized computer, the computer will automatically save the data. So there is no need for documentations. You just eliminate the part of documentation. And in case of handling, most of the cargo vans, especially reference to FedEx, they are enhanced with very much various type of loading and unloading equipments. So moving to the next part, and the company uses its own fleet and airplanes also for speedily or timely deliveries. Next part is FedEx release on a very flexible part-time workforce. They have their permanent workforce, and in case of rushes or in case of a higher demand point of view, they just hire part-time workforce, such as college students who are willing to work in for few hours in case of night also. The next part is FedEx can call on part-time workforce at a moment's notice, provide the company with great deal or flexibility. So whenever they face bulk amount of deliver the particular package, in that case they will just by the help of social media, they directly provide a notice. Whenever anyone is free or available, they use or they directly go for flexibility of delivery in that way. The next part is this allow FedEx to cover workforce requirement during peak periods without having to schedule the full-time workers. So these are the operational strategy, especially reference to delivery of packages by FedEx companies. Moving to the next one, then this is another case study of Dell Computer Corporations. So earlier we can explain how Dell is very much famous in case of his mission and environment scannings and core competency to develop business strategy. But to make business plan reality, the company need to develop operation strategy to create its structure and infrastructures. So how the structure and infrastructure will be focused through the operational strategy. In case of, if you think about the customer service point of view, the cost, the speed, Dell setup system is in which the customer could order computer directly from the companies. This is first point. And the next is without going through the intermediate like the retail, your wholesaler and the distributor or your retailers. There is no particular use of intermediate in case of Dell companies. That means customer directly come to the company and providing his order on that particular platform, and after getting which particular product from Dell company. The next part is that the operation system was designed so that the ordering of component and assembly of computer did not occur until the order was actually placed. I repeat, an operation system was designed so that ordering of components and assembly of computer did not occur until an order was actually placed. This kept the cost low because Dell did not have the computer sitting in case of inventories. So whenever you minimize the inventory level, it directly affects you lowering the cost. That is the concept behind Dell Computer Corporation. Moving to the next part, in same case studies, a warehouse system was designed so that when components were needed, and the supplier would deliver them to the plant within 15 minutes. I just repeat the sentence. Uh, a warehouse system was designed so that when components were needed, the supplier would deliver the product part or deliver them to the plant within 15 minutes. So just imagine within 15 minutes, the supplier will deliver the raw material and the component or sub-component within 15 minutes. In contrast, the computer like IBM Compaq wait for hour, even days also to receive the needed components. The next part is that they will tie up with your United Parcel Service. To further increase the speed, the Dell set up is shipping arrangement. They will tie up with United Parcel Service, that is UPS. With this structure or infrastructure, Dell was able to implement its business throughout the world. That is the concept behind operational strategy in case of your Dell computer systems. Is it clear to all? I think.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So initially, you think about you can tell some companies who are just quitting their own transportation company and or they just hire or they go for either hire the third party agency or they will start their own logistics. As you know, in case of Flipkart initially hire various type of agency for delivery of product, but
After that, he introduced e-cut.
okay. So due to higher amount of transportation costs, they have started their own transportation company that is known as e-cart. Similarly, if you think about the seafood industry, the Falcon Marine Export Limited, he has initially focused on third-party agency. Due to increase in the price of transportation cost or the cost of transportation is very much higher side whenever they have experienced the third-party agency services. Then the company started or implemented their own logistics in case of seafood transportation from the Chilika area to various processing centers, starting from your Paradip, then the Mancheshwar, then Baleshwar, then Dhamra areas. So due to the implementation of their own transportation, it will bring the product or it will be, and you can say that they will increase the percentage of production as well as sales as well as different type of destination, whether it should be Chilika fresh outlet or whether it should be a restaurant or whether it should be a, for your export and imports. Moving to the next part, so in case of operation strategy, especially reference to service and product, you have to know about how the operation strategy should be formulated or how the model should be formulated. So in the year 2005, that is the scientist name is Terry Hills or T Hills. The Terry Hills 2005 provide the iterative framework that link together the corporate objectives. So what is the corporate objective? Which provide organizational directions, market strategy, which define how organized will compete in the chosen market, and in case of operational strategy, which provide capability to compete those markets. The first part is your corporate strategies, and in case of if you think about the Terry Hill strategy reference to operational strategy formulations, they have include three parameters. One parameter is your corporate objective, second is your market strategy, and third one is operational strategies. So in case of if you go to the next part, if you see in case of your corporate strategy, that means as far as concerned with the corporate strategy, these are basically include growth, survival or sustainabilities, making more profit, return on investments, other financial issues, measures of your performance. The next is environmental targets. And if you think about corporate strategy, as far as concerned with Terry Hill framework, it basically set the business they typically form financial target through may include non-financial such as environmental and ethical goals also. So these things are included in case of your operational strategies. कौन कामत लगी? Okay, sorry. Moving to the next part, in case of your Terry Hill model or framework model in that particular case, if you think about the corporate strategy, I just repeat those things: growth, survival, return on investment, other financial measure are included. In case of marketing strategy, we have product market is there and their segment, the range is there, mix is the product mix is there, that is volume is there, standardized and customized version is there, level of innovation is there, and leader versus followers are there. And in case of next,
So range means marketing strategy. Range means it should be come under the corporate strategy, price or profit.
which one? Price or
So
profit is
market
also.
range.
Okay, but in case of corporate strategy, it also include, as I told, in case of growth, profit, return on investment, these are also included. But the next strategy is in case of order winners. Clear? So in case of order winners, the price, quality, delivery, then speed, then reliability, demand increase, then color range, product range, design, brand image, technical support, after sales support are included. But in case of your manufacturing or operation strategy, these are basically include process and infrastructure. So in case of process, that is choice of alternative process, trade-off in process, role of inventory, make or buy decisions, then capacity of your process, then size, then timing and location is there. But in case of your infrastructure, we have function supports, manufacturing planning and control is there, then quality assurance and control is there, manufacturing system engineering is there, clerical procedures are there to support in case of documentation, agreement and contract negotiation is there, work structure and organizational structure is there. So these starting from corporate strategy, marketing strategy, ordering strategy, or your in case of your operational strategy, these are form a typical model which is known as Terry Hill models. Moving to the next part, if you go to the framework, basically consists of five things, as we have already discussed. First one is corporate strategy, second is marketing, then how to win the orders, that is winning order strategies. The next is establish most appropriate mode to deliver, that is known as your process strategy. And the last one is infrastructure strategy for or to support the operations. Moving to the next one. So if you go to corporate strategy point of view, we have discussed the various features, but the thing is that in case of step number one, refer to corporate strategy, basically involve establishing corporate objective that provide a direction for organizations and perform indicator. Basically, the key performance indicator are allowed in this particular case for the progress in case of achieving the objective to be measured. Next part, the objective will depend on needs of external internal stakeholders. So we'll include financial measures such as profit, growth rate, as well as employee practice. And in case of employee practice, we require skill development and appropriate employment policies there. So these are the things which is basically included in case of corporate strategy. If you go to market strategy, this involves identifying target market and how to compete this market basically. So if you think about market strategy point of view, that means, as I told in the last slide, that means product market, range, mix, volume, standardize and customize, level of innovations, leaders and followers are basically includes. So moving to the third one, in case of order winners or product wins order in case of marketplace in that particular strategy, this is very much crucial stage in case of Hill's methodology or Terry Hill's methodology, where any mismatch between requirement of organization strategy and the operation capability are revealed. So this step provide a link between corporate marketing proposals and operation process and also infrastructure necessary to support them. This is achieved by translating the market strategy into range of competitive factor like your price. The next one is quality. Next one is delivery speed, and on which the product and services is win the orders. So if you take the case studies of Carrier air condition company versus other Indian or Blue Star companies, in that case, the Carrier air condition company will provide after sales service, and that is free of cost. So there is no such company has implemented this kind of strategy for compete the market for survival in the market. So if you think about the Indian sales point of view, especially reference to your domestic air condition or corporate air conditions, and they have made their policy in a such a way it should be acceptable by every region, whether it should be corporate world or whether it should be institute level or whether it should be domestic levels. So due to that thing, most of the people are refer your Carrier air condition company in case of for you can say for air condition purpose. So these things will be enhance your order winner concept in case of marketplace. Moving to the next
Excuse me,
part.
sir.
Yes,
Sir, Harrier will provide lifetime free service.
carrier, not Harrier, carrier.
Sorry, sir. Carrier will provide lifetime free service.
Now, I don't know, but initially they will provide after sale service for 3 years. That is free of cost. कुछ भी problem अगर आता है air condition में, they will provide all kind of. But you have to bear the component. If any component has damaged or
Yes, the service charges will free. Labor
service
cost.
charges will be. So just imagine in case of annual maintenance, uh, especially reference to air condition. In that case, the service charges will be around 2 to 3,000 rupees for a single air conditions. So just
Sir,
imagine in
that
case
strategy will now introduced by Hitachi. Hitachi also do that. 2 year free service. Labor
okay,
charges
okay.
free.
Labor charges is free. Service charges are also. So from that strategy, more number of competitors are customize their strategy also. But if you think about Samsung or Onida, or in case of your the Tata Voltas,
Voltage also they have.
from that concept, the more number of competitors are implementing those policies also. Clear? Moving to the next part. The next part is how the product win orders in the marketplace. The Hill distinguishes between the following types of competitor factors which related to securing customer order in case of marketplace. One is order winning factors. Uh, they are the key reason for customer purchasing the goods or services, and rising the performance of order winner factor may secure more business. So as I told in case of carrier, which company in case of four wheeler is top in case of India market? Anyone?
Maruti Suzuki.
Why Maruti Suzuki?
Because of numbers of service center in every block they have their 2 to 3 service center every block.
Okay. If you compare between
Low
Maruti versus
maintenance cost
Tata,
also.
okay. If you compare between Maruti Suzuki versus your Tata Motors, okay. If you see the recent variant of Tata Motors, they have a huge amount of safety features. But in case of
Sir,
Maruti looks
global and
good.
have 4 star 5 star rating but still.
Okay, exactly. I am telling the same things. If you think about safety point of view, in that case, Tata is on higher side. That means safety rating is very much higher side in case of Tata Motors. But in case of safety point of view, or in case of your uh, point rating is very 2 and 2.5 maximum in case of Maruti Suzuki. What do you think about in case of service facility, in case of different parts of Maruti Suzuki or spare parts of Maruti Suzuki? They are very much lower side as compared to the national competitor as well as multinational competitors. And as Shubham told, they have made their number of service station in block way and in different state or in different district also. Then you can easily get any kind of component from the authorized distributor as well as unauthorized distributor as far as concerned spare parts. So due to that type of strategy, they will, since 2 decades, they have ruled the Indian market, whether it should be Maruti Suzuki Alto point of view or Wagoner point of view or any premium segment of Maruti Suzuki like Nexa segment. The next part is qualifying factor. The performance of qualifying factor must be a certain level to gain business from customers. But the performance above this level is not necessarily gain further competitive advantage. So if you think about the SUV segment, sports utility vehicle segments, if you think about that is Jeep Compass is there, Mahindra Thar is there, and the next is Force Gurkha is there. But the thing is, most of the
One
people are
more
having
new company Citron
Citroen is there also. Okay.
recently launched.
Recently. So if you think about this type of segment, like Mahindra Thar is there, the next part is your Maruti Suzuki Jimmy is there, and if you think about the next part, that is your Force Gurkha is there. But most of the people are directly go to Mahindra and Mahindra. The thing is that they made their vehicles first one. They will qualifying various type of factors, whether should be safety factors, whether should be on-road assistance factors, whether should be spare parts factor, whether should be a mileage factors. So if you surpass these factors, in that case, for example, your safety features is very much high. That means if you face any kind of difficulty, the parts will be also increased like that. अगर उसमें एयर बैलून लगा हुआ है और इफ यू गो टू द सेफ्टी फीचर्स इन केस ऑफ एयर बैलून द कॉस्ट ऑफ इंस्टॉलिंग एयर balloon is around 1 lakhs to 1.5 lakhs. So similarly, if you compare with other variant, in that case, what will happen? People are directly reject those who have. You can say that is the factor rating is very much higher side. In the if you see in the last point, but the performance is level is not necessarily gain further competitive advantage. So if you have all features, still you not compete the market. Just like Renault, that's the case. If you think about the other
One
company
more
like
thing is that
Nissan,
price also. Jeep
that is
is
why.
double price than Thar
Okay.
compares.
So that is why. So these are as you told that this is one type of factor in case of pricing strategy. So you have to just eliminate the certain levels from for customer point of view as well as for your business point of view also. The next is moving to the next one. The last one is the delivery choice, or that is the structure decision. The step four of Hill Mill methodology involve putting the process and resources in place which provide the required performance as defined by the performance objectives. The Hill categories operation decision are into delivery system choice, that is known as your structure decision, and last one is infrastructure choice. So basically, infrastructure choice are for supporting your delivery system as well as your operations system and for your marketing system objective also. So moving to the last one, that is last step number 5, infrastructure choice or your infrastructural decision. Delivery system choice concern aspect of your organization, physical resources. That means this infrastructure will arrange your machines, the layout, the assembly center, and different department and sub department, such as service delivery system and capacity provisions. In case of operational infrastructure decision, describe the system and the system have some policies and how to practice the particular system according to the authority from the top level. Determine how the structural element covered in step 4 are managed. Basically, the decision, structural decisions, and in case of your delivery system choice and infrastructure decisions are merged together in case of your step number 4 and step number 5. Moving to the next one. The next one is this is for international strategy basically is used in case of your whether it should be any kind of industries. I just analyze this one. Just a minute. The first one is your global strategy. The second one is international strategy. The third one is transitional strategies, and last one is domestic strategies. In case of global strategy, as I know, the in case of Starbucks or whether it should be Coca-Cola, or sorry, in case of Starbucks, your burger, KFC, they are directly go for global strategy. That means standardized product, economics of scale, cross-cultural learnings. In case of international strategy, import export, license existing products. Then in case of transitional strategy, move material, people, idea, and across national boundaries. Next point is economic sale and cross-cultural learnings. If you think about the example are given that the Coca-Cola and Nestle are there. In case of international, that is steel company are basically are there, and next is your Harley Davidson also. The next is in case of multi-strategy point of view, use existing domestic model globally. The next is franchise, joint venture, and subsidiaries. That basically include, for example, in case of McDonald, the body shop, Hard Rock Cafe, or CCD are basically, or in case of Hinge, ketchups, and spices are basically included in case of multi-domestic strategies. Even if Haldiram also, clear. So these are directly increase, and if you think about the cost reduction considerations or your local responsive considerations. So if you think about the company, most of the company are use this type of model, whether it should be global strategy or whether it should be international strategy or whether it should be transnational strategy or last one is your multi-domestic strategies. So that's all from my side. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Anyone?